Hey everyone, what is up? I'm Eggs over here, and I'm here to compare two movies that have come out over the last 4 years. One of which a Marvel movie, one of which a DC movie. I'm going to compare these movies through 6 different categories, and comparing them through those 6 categories will confirm which movie is better than the other. The two movies I'm comparing are pretty similar: Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad. Guardians of the Galaxy being a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Suicide Squad being a DC Extended Universe movie. Both movies were received pretty well, with Suicide Squad receiving not just an Oscar nomination, but it actually won an Oscar. But yeah, Suicide Squad won Best Makeup in the 2017 Oscars. And, I mean, that should already give off a pretty big vibe of how good this movie is. Guardians of the Galaxy has won to this day 0 Oscars, and Suicide Squad has won to this day 1 Oscar. So already you can kind of see that there's going to be a pretty big quality difference in these movies. But anyway, let's get into it. Category 1 is better use of ensemble cast. So which movie kind of used their wide cast of characters better? And both these movies have a bunch of different wacky zany characters in them. You know, we have Talking Tree in Guardians of the Galaxy, we have the Raccoon Dude, Dax, Star-Lord. We've got them all. And Gamora. Everybody knows Gamora, Tony Stark's daughter. So the Guardians of the Galaxy ensemble cast, they're pretty great, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy them, and they make me laugh every time I watch the movie. I love Gamora's line where she looks Star-Lord in the face, and she's like, because if we can't save the Earth, you'll be damn well sure we'll avenge it. And I was like, that's such a Guardians of the Galaxy line. I'm a huge fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics. I've read practically all of them at least twice, and every time I see Gamora in the comics now, I'm like, wow, did they do her justice in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Because she says that Avengers line practically every 2 comics, and it's great. And you can believe me, I know my Marvel comics pretty damn well, okay? So take my word for that. Star-Lord is there, he's hanging around, he's got his little Infinity Gauntlet thingy. We have Rocket, the Raccoon guy, Talking Tree, and Dax. Dax is an interesting character. He has a lot of tattoos on his head that like are little like circle thingies, and I'm not a huge fan of that, okay? Every time I look at him, I'm like, okay, well, I see what they're going for, but I'm not a fan of it. Okay, just not a fan of it. Rocket's cool. Yeah, he's cool. He's not my favorite Guardian of the squad, but he's alright. And Talking Tree, I feel like Talking Tree would work better on Suicide Squad than in Guardians of the Galaxy, because his dialogue, it just much more matches their kind of humor. But speaking of Suicide Squad, let's get into it. So Suicide Squad's cast is huge. Okay, there's like 5 different characters in this squad, and it's amazing. You know, we have Deadshot, Harley Quinn, we have the Joker, and we have Katana and Slipknot. Okay, they're the 5 main squads, and they're pretty great. Slipknot is by far my favorite member of the squad. He just gives off a vibe about him that you listen to his character talking, like, this guy's seen some shit. This guy's been in some stuff. And like every time I watch him, like, yeah, I can see why he's part of this squad, because he knows how to get stuff done. You know, there was a scene between him and Deadshot. It's only in the extended cut, sorry. But there's a scene between him and Deadshot where they're talking, and Slipknot's like, my whole family died, and I couldn't do anything to stop them. I couldn't climb fast enough to get to them. And Deadshot goes, yeah, I know how that feels. I'm a good climber too. I'm like, damn, listen to that dialogue. Like, whoa, that's great. Best line in the movie ever. So, yeah, this point goes to Suicide Squad 100%. I mean, Slipknot to Dax. Come on, everybody. Let's be real here. Number 2 is dialogue and characters. So which movie had the better dialogue and which movie had the better characters? I feel like better use of ensemble cast kind of falls into characters, so in this one I'm just gonna kind of concentrate on dialogue. So I'll be honest, I find a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy's dialogue stupid. Okay, most of it's unfunny, it's not good at all. And most of the time when I'm watching it, I'm like, why can't they all just be more like the Suicide Squad? Whenever Talking Tree is on the screen, I'm like, now that's a guy that's a guy who reminds me of the Suicide Squad, and that's why I feel like if they're gonna make any spin-offs of the Guardians, it should be about Talking Tree. Maybe Talking Tree and Dax or something, because him and Dax get along really well, the Talking Tree and Dax, and that is one relationship I liked about the movie. Talking Tree and the raccoon, they're never really friendly in the movie, and they're always kind of at each other's throats, and I'm like, just please, stop it. So, to go make spin-off, Talking Tree and Dax. But, Talking Tree's dialogue is by far the best dialogue in the movie. Okay, and it's just a fact. And I feel like anytime he's having a conversation with one of the other squad members, it's just above everything else in the movie. Suicide Squad's dialogue is much more natural. It feels much more like the actors are just they are their characters, you know. It feels like they're really talking to each other and they're really just having a conversation, you know. Where Guardians of the Galaxy, it really feels like they're on a set and they're reading lines. In this movie, no, it feels like they're talking to each other, having real conversations. Slipknot, the squad's leader, has to lead them into battle against Superman, and he says basically like that Superman can't climb as well as he can, so they have the advantage, so that's what they'll use. And then we get this cool montage of Slipknot kind of training the other characters on how to climb, and that ends up being how they win the movie. So Superman tries to get them, but he can't climb, and Slipknot, he's the man who can climb anything. So the Suicide Squad gets this point. Number 3 is better use of music. So undisputedly, both of these movies are pretty well known for their soundtracks. Awesome Mix Volume 1 being the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and the Suicide Squad 1 being the Suicide Squad soundtrack. I own both on Blu-ray and DVD, the soundtracks, and I listened to them a lot, both of them, and I listened to them about 3 times each before making this video, because I really wanted to be unbiased and really, you know my stuff when it came to them. But honestly, this is my opinion, okay? So please feel free to disagree. But honestly, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack a little more. The movie, the title song of Awesome Mix Volume 1 is Venom by Eminem, and it's just a really, really, really good song. And I find myself listening to this over and over again. And I'm like, it's the title song of the soundtrack. Suicide Squad doesn't really have any songs on their soundtrack that can match this one. And so I find myself kind of going, yeah, I see why people like this movie. Venom plays at 3 different points in the movie, and they all work very well. The beginning scene where Peter is saying goodbye to his mother for the last time, Venom plays there. It also plays during the final battle against Ronan, the Accuser. And it finally plays in the end credit scene, the one that Baby Talking Tree is dancing to. That's all Venom. And so it really feels like Venom is part of the movie from beginning to the end. And honestly, it's the best way they could do it. Suicide Squad soundtrack, their title song is Hooked on a Feeling. And it's a pretty good song. I do enjoy it. But every time I listen to it, I always keep associating the lyrics with Venom now. I don't know why, because they're different movies. But I'm like, if Eminem was singing this, it'd be a lot better. Sorry, it's just how it is. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, it gets the point for this one. It's the way things go. So after that one, Suicide Squad has 2 points. Guardians of the Galaxy has 1 point. Slowly crawling back. You might still win this. Never know. You never know what this video can go either way. Number 4 is better use of Infinity Stones. So which movie used the Infinity Stones better? So there is Infinity Stones in both of these movies. The Infinity Stone in Guardians of the Galaxy is the Soul Stone, and the Infinity Stone in Suicide Squad is the Suicide Squad Stone. So watching these movies really makes you appreciate how much work goes into using the stones, because Slipknot is the stone keeper in Suicide Squad, and Gamora is the stone keeper in Guardians of the Galaxy. So Slipknot uses his stone to bring the squad together, and when he brings the squad together, he kind of like, they all assemble, and Deadshot's like, so what are we, huh? Some kind of Suicide Squad? And let me tell you, When he says that line, everybody in my cinema, because I saw a midnight screening of this movie, that's how excited I was to see it. Boy, did it pay off. But everyone in my screening, they got up, they started cheering, they started clapping, and I was like, whoo, getting chills here, getting chills. But that was by far the best part of the movie, and it all happened because of the Infinity Stone. If Slipknot didn't use the stone to bring the squad together, that scene wouldn't have happened. Guardians of the Galaxy has a similar scene where Gamora uses the Soul Stone to bring the galaxy together, and everybody's standing around the circle, and Talking Tree gets up and he says, so what are we, some kind of Guardians of the Galaxy? And I was like, it's good, but feels a little forced. Doesn't feel natural, because Suicide Squad came out in 2012 and Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014, so it really felt like Guardians was trying to copy Suicide Squad, and that gets me into the next part. So after this one, I'm afraid Suicide Squad has 3 points and Guardians of the Galaxy gets 1 point. Next up is story, and this is where things get murky. So, like I said, Suicide Squad came out in 2012, Guardians of the Galaxy came out 2014. And after seeing both of these movies approximately once each, I have to say, definitively, that I think James Gunn, the director and writer of Guardians of the Galaxy, copied Suicide Squad. I honestly think he sat down watching Suicide Squad, he sat there with a notebook, and he was just writing down all the lines, all the characters, all the dialogue, and he was like, how can I make this a Marvel movie? And I'm sorry, but it's true. Star-Lord is a worse version of Slipknot. Talking Tree, as great as he is, he's the best part of Guardians. He is just a mainstream Harley Quinn. Dax is a lot like Joker. Gamora is the Deadshot of the group, and Talking Raccoon is a lot like Katana. And so I find myself unable to get invested in the story because I've seen this before. Not only have I seen this before, but it's done better in Suicide Squad than it is in Guardians of the Galaxy, and for that reason, I'm afraid Suicide Squad gets its 4th point. Finally, which movie has a better squad? So, both of these movies use their squads very well. Guardians of the Galaxy has a nice 5-person squad, Suicide Squad has a nice 5-person squad as well. And it's kind of which one is more well-rounded, which one has the more variety of characters, and which one has the better characters. And for that one, I want to say neither. Neither of these movies have a very good squad. Both of them, they use their squads well, but I mean, I don't know. I would prefer if we got a combination of both movies to get one big squad, like Talking Tree, Gamora, Slipknot, Joker. Katana. The 5 of them, that would make a perfect squad in my opinion. That wouldn't just be a perfect squad, that'd be a perfect movie. But because we're discussing these 2 movies, I'm gonna give this point to Suicide Squad for the better squad, because it does. I've actually done some maths here, and it's just how it works out. Well, so after that one, it is 5 to Suicide Squad and 1 to Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think you can see who. Wait, what's this? An extra category. Which did I enjoy more? Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy will actually get another point. No, it won't. I like Suicide Squad far more than Guardians of the Galaxy. So the final score is Suicide Squad 6 and Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. So if you enjoyed Suicide Squad more than Guardians of the Galaxy, which I assume you did because everyone did, please let me know. And if you didn't, well, you don't know movies, my friend. You don't know movies. So thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you. Have a great day.